Welcome, Sojourners. You have found yourself a cozy place here at Sojourners Awake. I'm Jonathan, and this is our production of Tabletop Stories. Set in the world of Bonsarel, we gather together and improvise an audio drama for you, so follow along. This epic fantasy is a world full of gods and monsters, and we play as ordinary heroes who delve into adventure, danger, and magic. The cast is a group of friends, all gathered around the table, rolling dice and telling a story. Sojourn with us and let your imagination wander into the world of Bonsarel. And so for now, our story continues. And so for now, our story continues. Deep within the Stillwater Swamp, 4 sojourners trek from the small town of Lufkin to the dark lair of Mulgren the Black Dragon. A ruined castle once owned by the Baltimore family now serves as the abode for the fearsome sleeper. Folks would remember that 80 years ago, Mulgren destroyed the land that is now called Firewater Desolation. Everyone today fears waking him, knowing the fallout will be some new and ruined wasteland and dispatching of families. Nevertheless, just a week ago, a priestess of Persep dreamt of the book, The Fire Reflects in the Eyes, an ancient tome on spellcasting that lay between the cruel grip of this dragon and his horde. Will the Sojourners retrieve this book for the good of the world? Will they protect it from falling into the wrong hands? As they set out to relieve Mulgren from this book, poor brother Dogath falls down a shaft, betrayed by his own rope, and crashes into a pile of treasure. The clinking of coins never ceases before a single eyelid starts to twitch, and Mulgren awakes. And so for now, our story continues. Mulgren's Lair, Part 3. Starring Muskrat the Thief, Kazooka the Poet, Brother Dogath the Monk, and introducing Dogania the Demon Hunter. Brother Dogath, you lie there flat on your back, and you see standing with you is Fesh, the Arcanist, and Muskrat. As you look up through the long shaft in the ceiling, you see Kazooka standing with his eyes widened as you start to hear the snort of Mulgren waking. In this moment, what simply do you pay attention to?
I think they're looking at Bob. He's standing right up there on the edge.
Poor Bob.
How much is an adult I am for waking up the dragon, realizing I did something very bad.
Yes, poor Brother Dogath. We see the doleful expression upon your face. Muskrat, you are nearby, and you see Brother Dogath has fallen, and yet you see Kazooka is up there in the 3rd level, alone, save for the sheep. You start to hear the rumble and the snort, and even then you also notice that a cloud of vile gas and burping methane is starting to fill up the 3rd level, for Mulgren is waking. What are you paying attention to at this moment?
Well, they're, like you'd said before, the coins keep kind of shifting and like making tinkling noises as they continue to fall. And so it's almost like rain. You know how rain hits a rooftop as it goes, and so it's almost like this like music going on. And so it's almost like I'm watching a drama. Everything is, and in reality, I'm doing everything I can to not laugh really loud. Like, because I want to. And I'm wearing an amazing sparkly robe that I picked up along the way. So I'm thinking I could just fall flat on this treasure and just disappear. Just disappear.
And Muskrat, indeed, you hold in your hands the book. Fire reflects in the eyes, do you not?
Yes, I do. I do hold it because I just traded it and came back from trading it with the demon book. So yes, I've got it in my robe as all of this is happening. And it is very musical. That's what I'm paying attention to, is all how loud it got all of a sudden.
Also, you see Fesh, the tall Elethrian elf with his dark eyes, starlight glistening in his eyelids. He stiffens up his muscles and casts levitate on himself, and he rushes up to the 3rd level. And you hear him whisper, "Kazooka!" as he lifts off, moving towards the 3rd level. Kazooka, you are there on the 3rd level, and the massive ancient black dragon eyelid starts to flutter, and you see the smoke issuing from his nostrils and his lungs. The very ground you are standing upon is completely wreathed in black smoke, nearly filling up this room now. With your knees knocking together, you start to hear Bob bleeding in panic, sensing a predator is awaking. But what are you paying attention to now, Kazooka?
Well, actually, that was going to be my first question. What was going on with Bob? How close is Bob to me? And how thick is this air that the dragon is breathing or mustering up? What's my visibility? What can I see?
You cannot see the ground anymore, and you notice that the visibility is decreasing as the smoke starts to fill up the room higher and higher. Yet at this point, it's lower than your knees. So Bob, you can still see his head poking up from this layer of smoke on the ground. And he is within arm's reach of you.
Oh, he is? Okay. You're not looking for an action. You're just looking for what I can see at this point.
Exactly. Just building the scene.
So I'm right there. I think the dragon, as I understand it, is literally within 10 feet of me. So this thing is huge.
Yes.
But fundamentally huge. Arm's length is Bob. How close is what I assumed was where the hole is? And where is it in terms of... I see myself kind of not looking straight at the dragon, but kind of... Dragon's over here, and somewhere it should be the hole going down is over here.
Indeed, the hole is so close to you that you wouldn't even have to roll to move. You could simply fall down the hole, of course. The rope has fallen, so there's no real way to get down completely, except to jump.
For a normal person, I've got a skill level up. That might work here, but with that being said, the elf, do I now see him?
Yes.
He just levitated.
Yeah. He is starting to levitate and get towards you. He is in your eyesight, so he has completely cleared the hole at this point. With that being said, Dogania, you have been hearing noises. You witnessed 2 orcs die, and you see that orcs' bodies are lying on the ground. You know why you are here, and you've been tracking this. And to your surprise, you see that these Sojourners have indeed woken up Mulgren. You know the ramifications for waking the Black Dragon. You know there's only a small chance that he is going to simply go back to sleep. Most likely, one of the villages will be destroyed nearby. But you are creeping up to level 2 in a small little raft. And you see, as you crouch down on your raft, you see Muskrat, Brother Dogath, and suddenly this Elethrian elf just shoot up off the ground, going towards the lair of the dragon. With that being said, what would you be paying attention to at this moment?
I'm just, I'm trying to maybe somehow get in touch with them when I reach a level, because obviously I want to help them. I want to support them. That's why I'm here. And I have other quests as well, of course. And I'm just very cautious and careful. I don't know what's going on right now. But I'm just, very careful what I'm doing. And yeah.
Very good. Brother Dogath, how do you respond? Oh, Wait. I have to roll the d6. You can tell I was dragging that out. Hello, Sojourners. This is Jonathan with Behind the Screen. In order to determine the dragon's disposition upon waking, I determined a random table 1 through 6. On a 1 through 3, Mulgren wakes up and destroys a nearby village. On a 4 through 5, he simply wants a snack and goes in for a kill, going back to sleep. But on a 6, he wakes up, simply wanting to chat. Well, let's find out what I roll. Oh boy. It's a 4.
I'm going down.
Mulgren is hungry. Kazooka, you see the large mouth of Mulgren open up, and you see the saliva dripping from his fangs as bits of acid fall to the ground. You see how quickly he was able to make such a hole, for the acid burns straight through the concrete and stone. He shivers down his spine, and you hear him starting to grunt. And he looks over at you with a lustful eye and says, my, what a pleasant surprise. Brother Dogath, how do you respond?
I'm down below him, right?
Yes.
He's paralyzed in fear.
Oh, poor dude.
I believe it.
Yeah.
I believe it.
Everything leading up to this was not serious until now. He only remembered from when he was close with his father and he was frightened, but now it's become real.
Well said. Muskrat, how do you respond?
I'm thinking about Mom. You were a great team member. Go do your duty. Do what we got you for. You even smell better. You got a bath. Go. Trying to whisper good things to get him to go. It's yourself. And then also Kazooka. Grow the sheep. And then I'm inching my way. Very tenderly away to walk out. I got a book. I gotta get out of here. My goal is to protect the book and get out. That's my goal.
You got it. Kazooka, you see that Mulgren is looking for a meal. He is too lazy at this moment to even bother destroying an entire village. You can see his jaws beginning to open up as he eyeballs you and Bob and Fesh. How do you respond?
I respond with a question to my game master, because I'm a lore master. Do I know anything about this dragon from history, his character, his persona? Is there literature involved in this dragon other than what we currently know about him?
Yes, you recall Mulgren the Cruel 80 years ago did desolate the wastelands and is known for putting kings and lords in financial binds. Many times he issues out loans at a high interest, and when nothing is paid, he goes on these killing sprees, starting with the king's family as he hunts down their princes, feasts on their princesses, puts their family in a chokehold until they pay the exacted fees. He takes pleasure in acquiring other people's wealth, and that is why he's been nicknamed Mulgren the Cruel. And even this swampland reeks of his vile stench. And this castle descending into the swamp is only a testament of Lord Baltimore and Lady Baltimore, whom he took down 80 years ago, making sure that nothing ever grows where once there was a fertile land.
I am still dressed in orc fashion from the last situation. I do not know if he is familiar that the orcs have kind of taken up guard because he's been asleep for 80 years. So I'm playing that as a servant. So I'm going to kneel before this dragon and offer my servitude up to him. May I do that?
You may do that. You drop to one knee, the smoke billowing away from your clothing, your hand resting upon your spear, and you bow your head, offering your allegiance. You have to now roll a charisma check. It is going to be a 15 or higher.
It's an 18. That's my first 18 ever.
At that point, Mulgren then snorts towards you and says, "Remain still, slave." He opens up his mouth and sucks in Bob, crunching him with one final bite. As he chews this lamb greedily and loudly, smacking his lips, spits out the skull after sucking it dry. It collapses at your feet. He yawns lazily. "I do not have much time. I assume you've been guarding my hoard, slave."
Yes, I have.
"What of the elf behind you? What is his business here? For it's been a while since an elf has dared step foot in my property." Spits over to the side. The acid splashes against the wall and begins to corrode it.
My lord, the elf is here to ensure that my duty, my servitude, is honored.
Roll another charisma check. 12 or higher.
16.
He's
Never done that.
"Then I will leave him be. But he must be gone before I'm asleep, or you will not be able to justify his presence." He doesn't even look at the elf. He keeps an eye on you and says, "If anything's missing when I wake up." He takes a good sniff of you as his nostril then coats the top of your head. A small snot slides down your bald head and onto your muscular body. "If anything is missing when I wake up, I have your scent, and I will not only track down you, but anyone you've created in this world, and I will make sure to put an end to them so that no one can carry on your lineage. Slave."
Yes, my lord.
He flops a head down, exhausted by his own speech, and within seconds, Mulgren, the black dragon, is back asleep. Fesh moves down ever so quietly, whispers for everyone to leave. Kazooka, how do you respond?
Well, I need help getting down. Otherwise, I need to use spider climb, and I need to go all the way around.
Fesh then takes the last of his spell points and carries you to the ground using levitate. And he whispers in your ear, "That was a close one, my dear friend."
I understand. I had to do something.
"Yeah, and thank you. For I think I owe you my life now."
Absolutely. But we've got a book to rescue, and you've got a book to read.
"I believe the grimoire was left under his clutches in order to replace the book that we took. So, unfortunately, I will not be reading that. I am just simply glad to have my life."
Then what do we do now? We need to get out of here.
"Quite right." Kazooka, Muskrat, and Brother Dogath, along with Fesh, you move over towards the edge and notice your rowboat is empty. And nearby in the brushes, hiding still, Dogania. You are present. How do you respond?
I crawl out and I'm just, appear and I'm, what does it mean?
It means keep on going. We got a story to tell.
Who are you? Wait a minute. Where did you come from?
Yeah. Who are you?
I'm Dogania. I'm the huntress. I'm here to help you and, support you.
Did you know there was a dragon in there?
Yeah.
I mean, there was a big dragon in there, and he woke up, but that was like all Brother Dogath's fault, because he's slow.
We can't
But-
blame Brother Dogath.
Tears in my eye.
But he is scared, and we all need to leave.
I'm just gonna
Dogonia?
grab his hand and be like, "Let's go to the rowboat, dude. It's good. You're good. You're fine, brother. We got you, dude." And I still got my hands on the book that's inside my jacket. Like, nobody can see it. It's just in there.
Well, we all know
I
you
got
have it.
Well, Dogania, does she know that I have it?
No, not by character. No, but we, Brother Dogath and I.
You do know. Y'all know
Yeah.
for sure. But I'm keeping it safe.
Yeah, absolutely.
And as you stand
I'm like,
on-
guys, we gotta go. We gotta go. We got, poor Bob. No, tear. Poor Bob. Let's get out.
as you stand on the swamp bank, Kazooka, for the sake of appearance, how do you appear? How does your character look?
I'm still covered in skunk garments, with Muskrat's help of guck all over my face and all things human that can be exposed. But now that the dragon I know has a big whiff of me and has that drilled in his brain, I am getting rid of this stuff.
Does that mean that?
He smells the skunk. What's that, Muskrat?
But does that mean he smelled me?
No. Remember, I'm covered with. We killed.
Yes, we did, and we covered you up with all the.
Yeah, because my
That's right.
my goal was to convince the other orcs who we had to kill. You and I killed anyway.
That's
that I was
right.
going
Oh,
to be,
yeah, you stink, dude. You stink so bad.
I know I stink, but that's what the dragon smells. He thinks I'm one of the orcs. If I can,
That's right. Okay.
if I can get rid of this and get a bath, he's not
Maybe
gonna
it won't be
recognize
so
me.
bad. You're right. Wait a minute.
Yes.
Brother Dogath?
Hmm.
Are you okay? Because you're not even moving. Like, I'm grabbing his hand, but he's not moving. And I'm like, get in the boat. We gotta go. Get in the boat. You're gonna get in the boat?
Is that the boat Bob was in?
Yes, Bob left it for us. It's his yacht.
No, I hit him in a boat.
I know.
Bob's not
He
here.
did a great. I know where there's another Bob.
Where?
We passed a bunch of Bobs. We could totally get another Bob. I promise to get you another Bob. Just get in the boat.
Okay.
Is Dogonia going to
Right,
join us in the boat?
Kazooka, we'll get another Bob, right?
Yeah, well,
we'll
we
get another.
need to understand. We need to tell the owner of Bob what happened to Bob before he's going to give us another Bob.
I have a plan.
Oh.
Remember?
I know
It's all
I know
good.
the owner. I chop firewood for him sometimes. I'll talk
That's
to him.
right.
I think he will give
Yep.
me another sheep.
Let's go for a Bob. Let's go get a Bob number 2. Bob 2.
Well, are we willing to add a team member to our party?
Oh, wait a minute. Why were you here, Dogonia? Like, because we were here for what we were doing, but why are you here?
I need to help someone. I'm
Wait a second. Yeah, why are you here?
So I came to Morgan's castle because I'm searching for a woman named Ubi, and she went missing, looking for her lost daughter, and I'm just really worried that she might not be alive, and I have to find her, and I'm just so scared that she's not alive anymore, and I need your help to find her before we leave. We can't just leave her here. I suspect she's in the dungeon below the castle, and I'm worried because everything is sinking into the swamp. So what should we do? I'm scared, but I need your help before we leave. We can't just leave her here.
Okay.
She might die.
Man. Well, we
Wait,
can't.
Wait. We don't
Yeah.
even trust. We don't even know her.
look at her. She's being so real right now. Come on, I go over to her and I'm patting her on the shoulder. I'm going, I get it. I had a Scooby in my life one time and she was amazing and she made me cookies all the time. What was her name? Ubi? Scoot? Whatever.
Ubi,
Yes.
yeah, Ubi.
I totally get it. It's like that grandma you always wanted, and we can't leave.
Which one of
Guys.
us has the ability to check if she's telling the truth?
Yes, Brother Dogath, you are from Lufkin, and you have heard of Dogania, the huntress who wanders the woods, slaying monsters and making sure the borders of civilization are safe. Brother Dogath, how do you respond?
Thought you would be like 7 feet tall and a man.
A man? She doesn't look like a man. I mean,
I
she got muscles, but
from the stories I think I heard. They used to tell me the stories.
how old are you? Are you like really old?
No, I'm young. I'm still very young. Yeah.
Okay. Well, like, and you know she's here in the dungeons.
Yes,
you know
I know it for sure, and we need to help her. Yeah, but we need to convince Kazooka first because he doesn't believe me.
Brother Dogath, you have lost Bob. You will take a point of trauma. If you get to 6, your character is retired. Kazooka, you have faced off with a dragon and lived to tell about it. You still have taken 1 point of trauma.
I'm gonna go help.
Real so sad.
Brother Dogath, you're gonna help Dogania find.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I will help too.
I can't help Bob, but I can help.
In Bob's name, we go to the dungeon with cookies. I brought cookies. Do we need a power snack? I can totally
I got
break
Lumba
those
spread.
out. I start digging through my stuff and passing
Muskrat,
out.
the only reason
Like,
I'm
are you-
doing this is because we're team members. This is the only reason I'm helping Dogania.
But do you understand that Brother Dogath is like, he needs something right now. And he knows her. We need to do the thing. We're already here. I mean, what are we
Okay.
going to do? Go back and then send more people? That's kind of dumb.
Can
Can we really say we're heroes if we're going to leave somebody here? I told everybody I wanted to be a hero.
I'm the hero. Okay, what do we have to do? We have to go back into the dungeon. We need to be quiet because there's a sleeping dragon.
Indeed, anyone who rolls a natural 1 while on the 3rd level will wake Mulgren again. With that being said, Dogania, you would know that entering into the 2nd level, where the piles of treasure and the dead orcs live, you could easily find the stairwell that leads to the 1st layer of the castle, which is now underwater. You can also then assume that beyond the 1st level lies the dungeon. Dogania, how do you proceed?
So I asked the team is like to follow me, and we have to be really careful. Plus, we have to figure out something because everything's underwater. So what are we going to do? How are we going to proceed together? Because it's dangerous. We might die. I need your help.
And with that being said, everyone has come to a peaceful resolution. Everyone gets 1 luck point. Well done. Kazooka.
Putting this in perspective, Brother Dogath may have some things in his memory. Dogania is from town. I am a lore master. Together, yeah, Muskrat, you're here too, but you don't know much about the town. Together,
He's so rude.
I am not being rude.
He's
Together,
going to bury the book right now.
well, actually, that was part of it because I have the ability to read wizard magicry. Is the book? All I need to know is together, the 4 of us together, and the elf, so 5 of us together. Do we know enough about the castle's foundational elements to map out a strategy to crawl down there?
Yes. As you confer with one another and you view the castle, you can see that most likely the castle is got some tight kind of airtight bubble as it sinks down into the muck. Most likely, though, there are points where there should be some flooding. But as the castle sinks down, it creates like this air pocket underneath the swampy mire. At that point, Fesh says, I am very tired. I promise I will keep a lookout while the four of you go into the dungeon. I will remain quiet here and make sure the boat does not go missing. Dogania, if it pleases you, I can also keep a lookout on your raft as well.
Yes, please help me with that. It needs to be safe because otherwise, how can we escape after that? So once we, save Ubi, so.
I wish you the best. Fesh then goes into a quiet corner, assumes a meditative stance, goes into a trance, and restores his inertia. With that being said, how do you proceed?
Muskrat,
I'm
we
going
need
to.
your help.
We need some reeds since we're in swampy area. Are there reeds in the area?
Indeed.
Like the hollow reed things? We need some of those. And I think what you need to do is take all of our what are those things that carry our water? What are those called?
Gourds, canteens.
Yes, all the things. Empty them out. Empty them out because we may need them to get where we need to go. So just empty them out. We may need it to for air. So empty out all your water jugs and all the other kind of stuff. And then I'm gonna go give Fez the book and my sparkly robe because I don't need that while I'm there. And so I'm just gonna kind of keep those there. I said only bring what you need because if we're bogged down in water, it may be like life and death. So just bring what you need. And so I'm going to go gather some reeds and things like that and just kind of fashion them with my dagger so that everybody would have something if we needed to go through a shallow area that we needed to get air. Does that make sense?
Indeed.
So how's that sound? Is that good?
We all need to, so I need to, one, take off the skunk garment, maybe wash my face a little bit. Drop my sword, and not my sword, my shield and my spear. Place them where I know where they are, but. And
Fez, maybe.
What's that?
With Fez?
Yeah.
Fez?
Yeah. Everything needs to be in one immediate area, so we know where to go to.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Each of you are able to acquire 3 reeds. And you each have 1 canteen.
Okay. What is Brother Dogath carrying? How can you lighten your load, Brother Dogath?
I can put this sword on the ground.
Okay.
I don't even know how to use it. I can punch and kick.
That will work.
You're a master. You got it.
What
about you, Dogania?
My back still hurts. Does anybody have?
I have healing.
Healing.
I've got a healing thing. I got 3 healing things, on my chart. So, how does that work?
In this case, there is no conflict, so you will simply have to roll a 6 or higher on an intelligence check in order for the spell to go off.
14?
14 is a success. Roll your... How many points do you want to spend? You get 1d10 per point. So tell me.
1.
1?
Yep.
So I need to roll a d10?
Yep, 1d10 and spend 1 point of energy.
So the d10 is 7?
Brother Dogath, you gain 7 hit points back.
Thank you.
You're awesome.
You're very welcome.
I owe you my life now.
I'm so impressed. You did a great job, Kazooka. Good job, Brother Dogath.
I think I lost my...
I'm going to take my shoes off now. Just because.
Character or you?
Oh, like my character is just going to take her shoes off.
Can
Okay.
we
I
go,
like these shoes. I don't want to lose them. They're my favorite.
can we go swimming now?
No, we're not. No, we're gonna rescue. This is a rescue mission.
They taught me how to swim. I can swim.
It's okay. He gets to be in the middle of the party. That's all I gotta say.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, Dogonia, it sounds like you have a better idea of who we're looking for. Maybe you should like start this out and show us where to go.
First of all, I have to keep my bow and arrow safe because it can water damage. So I need to keep them with Fesh before we leave. So I need to use them after we saved her. So I mean, first of all, can everybody swim? Like
Yes,
yeah,
very
that's cool.
well.
Yeah, very good. Kazooka as well.
Muskrat.
I wasn't sure. Yeah.
Dagonia,
If
I'm
he
going to
c-
say that you also have a Bowie knife in your inventory if you would like to keep that. I think that's very logical that you would have it.
Yes, I would love to keep that. Yeah,
You have a
it's
Bowie knife, okay.
okay.
It's a nice knife. I like it.
Dagonia,
It's beautiful. Yeah.
you lead the party towards the dungeon?
Yeah.
Sojourners, as you enter back into Mulgren's lair, you see the mounds of treasure on that first level, and you notice now that even the castle is sunk even a little bit. The swampy, mucky mire sucks at your feet all around you. As you move into this level, you see that there is a nice stairwell that leads down to the first level. As you walk down the stairs, you notice that it shimmers with a light, or it reflects the light. It shimmers translucently. Dagonia, you are leading the party. You see that these stairs are shiny and translucent. How do you respond?
Guys, we have to be careful. I'm not sure is there slippery, and we can get hurt. So we have to look after each other and be careful on these steps. Okay, Muskrat, what should we do? I don't want to die here or anything like that.
I'm gonna get down on my hands and knees, and I'm gonna get closer. I'm gonna check them out and see if I've ever seen these types of things before, or maybe there might be something coating the surface.
You will roll a wisdom
Yes,
check, 12 or higher.
14.
14. You start to put your hand toward the slime, and it responds by trying to touch you, but you are quicker. As it moves towards you, you see very quickly that it is attracted to metal and seeks the most metallic item on you. And if you were to go down these stairs, it would be attracted to eating metal items. And Dagonia is very correct. The quicker you move down these stairs, the less likely this slimy ooze will destroy your metal items.
Wait a minute.
We have to protect my
Grab
knife
treasure.
too.
Grab grab some of the coins, and we'll dump them on the side of the stairwell as we go down, and then they'll want to eat the coins, and then we'll slide off the other side. Let's try it. So I'm just gonna grab a handful of coins and dump them to the side of the stairwell up at the top and see what happens.
Muskrat, since you are doing something with your hands, just roll me a d4. On a 3 or 4, on a 2 to 4, you are completely successful.
4.
A 4. Instantly, this transparent slime starts to eat up all the coins, and it parts the sea, as it were, creating a completely dry area for your team to rush down the stairs into the first level. And as you move down into the
Grab
first...
some coins. Everybody grab coins.
Yeah. Grabbing a handful,
Yeah.
grabbing a handful of coins, you move down to satiate this monster that guards the lair. As you get down to the first level, you see that there is a airtight barrel. There is another book. Every story comes to an ending, so for now, we must conclude. Thank you for listening, Sojourners. Your attention will not go unrewarded, and we look forward to continuing this adventure. Background music and ambiance provided by Tabletop Audio. Find them at www.tabletopaudio.com. For more information on becoming a game master or player at your table, visit www.sojournersawake.com. And wherever you sojourn, however far or near, as always, may your story continue.